white. The National Park Service says the persistent whiteness of its 419 parks is an existential crisis.
You stop it! You are a white male! Stop it! You are a white male! Your skin is light enough! Stop it!
You're a white woman with blonde hair!
Yeah?
That's racist! You are racist!
You're fucking a white male! So? You're
Realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men.
Say to the people who dragged a poor white guy out of a car and beat him.
Oh my goodness, poor white people, please, oh my, stop it.
It means recognizing that there is one common enemy, the white man. We need to address the fact that, you know, all of these groups of people, the issues they face, it all comes from the same people, white men. So we need to get rid of them.
I don't even know what diversity means, but whatever. Thank you.
It means non-white men.
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. We should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of whites.
When is it okay to kill whites? New York professor says having a white nuclear family promotes white supremacy. Professor tweets that white people should commit mass suicide. College professor says kill cops, kill all white people, and kill the straights. Professor says all I want for Christmas is white genocide.
When we say we want to kill whitey, we don't really mean we want to kill whitey, we do. But when we say we want to kill whitey, it's like it's a capitalist, not today.
Wanted to kill whites.
5 police officers were killed in the attacks last night. Another 7 were wounded, and 2 civilians were shot. The Dallas police chief says 1 gunman is dead and 3 other suspects are in custody. It is unclear how many shooters were involved. We have.
All right, hold up. Is it recording? Yep. All right. Why don't we murder more white people? Take 1.
I think we don't murder more white people because it's very dangerous to do so.
I'm angry at white people most of the time. Most of the time.
Step guide on how to get the vice of whiteness out of you. Be less arrogant, be less oppressive, be more humble.
The white race is the most violent and oppressive force of nature on earth.
I saw a thing in that said a lot of men, white men, were committing suicide. And I almost thought, yeah, great. And then I thought about it a little more, and I thought, well, maybe you shouldn't say that in public.
White Americans will soon be a minority, and that's great.
Whites will not be the majority. I mean, it's an exciting transformation of the country. It's an exciting evolution and progress of our country.
It's a kind of utopia, just the fact that the whole world will mix up with each other, that in, 70, 80 years, there will be no white people anymore, and only cappuccino-colored people.
But that's the only way. This is the only solution. This is my way of thinking.
Mix up.
It's our only hope, is our way out of this.
Yes.
It's going to take some time.
Georgetown professor says all white people are racist. Trinity College professor calls white people inhuman. Let them fucking die. College professor says believing in hard work is a white ideology. College professor says white people are conditioned to commit mass murder. A professor equates math with white privilege. A professor says white supremacist patriarchy is responsible for the Vegas shooting. Professors hold a white racism course at FGCU. USC professor calls for Holocaust against all white people. Professor says I'll teach my children to be cautious and distrust friendship with white people. Baltimore professor says white people need to personally give all of their money to black people. College professor says some white people may have to die to solve racism. College professor says white masculinity is a problem for America. Georgetown professor says all white people are racist. Rutgers professor was taken to the NYC hospital for psychiatric evaluation after he tweeted threatening to kill white people. White professor calls all white people to mass suicide because of slavery. Here's a slide from a college classroom that says white tears on a mug. Here's another slide from a college classroom that says white people stay colonizing. White privilege does exist. Bigfoot, unicorns, reverse racism, what do they all have in common? stating that reverse racism isn't real. Y'all white people are dangerous. The horror story is white people are a plague to the planet.
We're witnessing the end of white America as we know it. The question is, how long and how expensive will the funeral be?